Hey, what's going on YouTube land? G11 here, back at it again with a update video rather. Before I get into it, it's been a very long week, incredibly long week. It's been a hot week. I think some of the news says that it's been, oh, hang on, we are getting an incoming call. 2 seconds, guys. Oh, snap. About to have a special guest up in the stream. Give it a second. But as a there he is.
I told you it was gonna happen.
You really did say you were gonna ambush me in the live stream. What's going on, bro?
Not much. I will probably drop the actual question afterward. But what's going on? What happened?
Like with what I'm talking about, or like what
what's going? Like, what am I jumping into?
Well, two things. So the main thing, the past couple of weeks, I've been covering the story on Carlee Russell.
Yeah. I've been following.
Right. So you're aware, like she, everything that went down with that. So I'm gonna give a conclusion to that story tonight, and then I also actually had a quick update on there was another video I covered in Ohio. Right, there was a man who got attacked by a police dog. Right, this was on the highway in Ohio, and the video was pretty bad because it has the guy's on his knees. Right, he's like, "Yo, like." Oh snap! Did I disappear for a second?
No, just seems like you're digivolving. Could be you, could be me. Oh snap! Oh no! Oh no!
And hopefully I didn't lag out.
Yeah, you lagged out. At least
Okay.
on my end.
On my back though?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but the first update I had was that shit that went down in Ohio with the dude that got attacked by the police dog.
Yeah.
Cause that was pretty bad. Like I tried to be fair and balanced, but like that video was bad, man. Dude had given up.
Yeah.
Dude gave up, and then you just see the canine officer just be like, whoop, and he just let the leash go, and dog had him. You know what I'm saying? So
honestly, believe it or not, I will wait till the more appropriate subject on that. But I've been looking at some audit videos.
Oh, his channel is amazing. I love his breakdowns.
Yeah.
Goddamn, audit the audit, man. Because he puts the he puts like the legal aspect of it into
on
it, right?
both sides too.
On both, yeah, the cop and the civilian side. He's like, well, this this law says that you could do this, and they did this, and he literally he breaks it down to a C-student perspective where you can understand. Oh shit, yeah, they go in the jail, or oh shit, yeah, that cop fucked up. He doesn't know the law.
Shoot. Or the one I actually watched the other day, the one where one cop actually arrested another cop.
Yeah, actually, there's a couple of videos like that he does.
Yeah.
But cops be thinking some cops think they're above the law. And And I think all those videos that he's covered, usually it's like a police chief or something that I've seen where they're trying to like slide. They're like, "Hey, I'm the chief over at this office. You want to just let me go? You want to help me out?" And the officer there, he's like, "Sorry, dude, you are drunk as fuck. You're going to jail. You are going to jail." Um, what you got? What you got?
I mean, I'm just coming back in. Again, like I've been following your trail because you don't tell people when you're doing stuff no more.
Man, I just be going. This thing AETC schedule has me literally busy all the time.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You now feel my pain.
like I come home and I'm just like tired.
Yeah, because you spend all day talking after you used to be able to just
Mhm.
sit. Maybe you talk to one or two people, and then it's like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm gonna go do this instead.
That first day, man, or the first week I really started teaching, I think I like lost my voice briefly. Like my throat was just like it was like at the end. Um and now it's getting easier, right? But yeah, like just you're standing up teaching all day, you're interacting with people all day, you're answering questions all day, and you're trying to take concepts that you understand, right? Because I know my job, right? But I have to dumb it down. And maybe that's not the appropriate word, but like just
You have
make it
to make it digestible for someone who's never done it.
exactly. Like I have to be careful about the jargon I use. Like I can't use words that I know and expect them to know. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
And
I
that's
gotta
that. I'm gonna just say it like that. Welcome to AETC,
oh yeah.
because boy howdy, boy howdy, when I got to recruiter school and they said no acronyms.
Man. But the messed up part about it is like, so when I'm teaching, I don't use acronyms, but like the actual material itself has like a literal crap ton of acronyms, and I have to be like, this is this, this is that, this is.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, that's the other thing. Like, so they, at least when I was going through training,
mm-hmm.
if you have to use an acronym, say what it is first, and then let it be known that you
Yes,
will use it as the acronym from that point forward.
yes, yes. This is the way. After they get that, then you can just keep going forever with it. But
Yep.
these are the things, man. I'm learning. It's a handful, but I'm surviving. My class currently, they have all my students have made it past their first two block tests. So I'm happy.
That's good. That's good.
I'm doing something right. They got one more to go and then graduation. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for them.
Shoot,
Oh,
I'm thinking about sending somebody your way.
oh boy.
This is
God
one of
help
those
them.
things where I don't know what my hidden message is going to be for you.
Hmm. Oh yeah, if
Because,
you have it.
yeah, like, so I had
'Cause I'll
two of
directly
my
see them.
two of my recruits. Wait, you actually seen someone who came through my office?
Well, no. What I'm saying is like if they are like for my AFSC or services or air trans, I'll see them. Like they'll come directly to me at some point.
But it's one of those things where, like, so I had two medical. I won't say what they do, but two medical.
Hmm.
They ended up meeting one of my boys, and I was just like, because I knew he was there, I was
Yeah.
like, hey, if you see this specific name, specific rank,
Oh boy.
let him know that you have a message for him and he can't be mad. And the message was, go back to the Shire.
I think you did tell me about that one, and it actually
Yeah, and
made
then
it
all of a
to
sudden
him.
he came up to me. He was like, "Yeah, why these kids coming out here saying this?" I was like, "Oh yeah, they're mine. That's mine."
They came through me. Yeah,
I did this.
I am the
Why would you
source.
tell them to say that? Because I knew you'd be upset, and that would be the sign that they met you.
That would be the sign. The message was received. Yeah, no, do it, do it. I'm excited.
I just got to
Uh,
come. I just got to come up with someone.
Yeah, if you get one for my AFSC and you send them, then they'll know. They'll know.
I don't know. I might just be like, tell them something like Rock Lee parties to Rainbow Rainbow or something like that.
You gotta. It's gotta be like tell them about the Friday song or something. Like
Oh my gosh.
then I'll be like, all right, yep, you came from you came from this sergeant. You came
All right,
from
here's what
that
you got to
one.
do if you end up in his class. You're going to wait till Friday and you're just going to say this. And you're going to do it every Friday until you leave.
Oh my god, you're setting them up for destruction. Oh my god.
I know,
Yeah,
but other than that, man, like,
good times being in the recruiting world and on the training side.
other than
Uh,
that, I'm doing all right, man. I'm actually getting ready to just take me some leave because I'm sitting on 21 use or lose, and the end of the fiscal year is around the corner.
ooh, yeah, get that leave in, man. Shit. Actually, I took 1 day of leave today because I need to get some stuff done on the car.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, like just every month, I'm actually just doing like 2 days of leave at some point. It's a really good team over here, to be honest, man. Like we all look out for each other. So, um, they're like, yeah, just get it in. I mean, forecast it, but get it in when you can. So I'm like, bet. We cover down when we need to. So really good squad. But you with the 21 days, yeah, you need to take that. You need to take that for sure. Get you some rest in, man.
Hey, I can do what I can do.
Hmm. But all right, bro. Let's uh let's get right to the topics at hand. I'm gonna pull this up. If you want to stick around, I know you're popping in. You staying around for the long haul? You staying for these topics?
Boy, you know I'm here.
All right, bet. Check it out. All right, so this is an update to the situation with the homie who got attacked in Ohio, right? So his name was Jadarius Rose. Man, I just gotta say, you already know what I'm thinking, but these names, man, these names. Um, but this is what happened. I think that officer that was the canine handler, he got fired, which is definitely like that should have happened. But let's see. Oh, wait, where's my play button? There's my
The
play
man
button.
at the center of a story we brought you earlier this week. Video from police in Ohio showing police releasing a canine on Jadarius Rose, who had his hands up and he was on the ground. The police department announcing yesterday that that officer had been terminated and saying in part, quote, "We know the video of the incident."
I mean, and I just got to say, it was like bad, bro. Like he's screaming like the dog after the dog bit him, and you know them like police trained dogs, like they're trained to like bite and hold. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how much damage it does, they're trained to get a hold of the perp and then not let go. And dogs' teeth are going to inflict a lot of pain, so it got a hold of his arm. And in the original video, you hear him like just screaming in pain. It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna let
I quite frankly, like, even with the idea of seeing like on the security forces and like watching those dogs train, like they
yeah,
train with those padded suits.
yeah,
So just imagine not having that layer of protection.
man. Like they're strong enough to pull a whole adult human down. Like just for perspective, you know what I'm saying? They're pretty strong. You know, and he was already down, and so it was not good. I'm gonna let it play out some more real quick.
Incident is upsetting and has attracted widespread attention and comments, including Governor Mike DeWine raising the issue of training. We meet or exceed all current Ohio laws and standards for police training for our canine teams. Well, tonight, right here on Top Story, we are grateful to be joined live by Jadarius Rose and his mom, Carla Jones, and civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is now representing Rose. We thank you all for joining Top Story tonight.
You see the guy like poking his head in and out of the room behind him. I just noticed that.
Yep.
I know it's kind of silly, but let me just take it back just a second. He's like, oh, y'all on the live stream? You see his head there now?
Yep.
I don't. He's like, oh, you guys are doing something. I guess I'll leave. I know it's something really stupid to point out, but I just, amongst the serious situation, but I thought it was funny. Anyways.
And his mom, Carla Jones, and civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is now representing Rose. We thank you all for joining Top Story tonight. Jadarius, I have to start with you. And we just saw that video there. We saw it earlier in the week. You were there. You had your hands up. What did you think when you saw that dog running at you? What was going through your head?
Just was hoping that it wouldn't come to me. I just didn't want to lose my life or lose my arm.
Can you talk about the injuries? I mean, where the dog bit you?
Bit me a couple of times on my arm.
Ooh, a couple times.
On my forearm.
And then Carla, I mean, that's your...
Honestly, if I were him, I would be milking the shit out of this. I'd have my arm in the sling and everything right now.
I mean...
Yo,
I ain't gonna lie to you, man, but seeing, I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's just the idea of people will milk anything, but
yeah,
bro, you get tapped. Ah, my neck hurts. My back hurts.
I need the doctor. Actually, go to the doctor and get all this stuff. Yeah, like sell it, man. I mean, in this guy's case, he legit got his shit bit the fuck up. So I would,
yeah, like no, I would. That is not something I would. Yeah, it bit my forearm, but it bit my arm. No, like what happened?
Like that shit hurts. I'd have it slinked up. It might be infected. I gotta go back to the doctor. I would, man. This is
who gonna pay for these medical bills?
Right, that's what I'm saying. This legitimately would be one of those times where, like, you could sue. But I think the only reason, well, they do got a civil rights attorney, so they might actually be doing something behind the scenes. But I think the only reason why they're not really like on the front end milking this is because this did start with a chase. So he did flee from the police, like in the beginning. They tried to pull him over, I think, for a missing mud flap on his truck. And he didn't stop. He just kept going. And the reason, yes,
I'm not going to say I know it all, especially like, hold on. So where was this at?
Ohio.
So I can at least speak for, good old Audit the Audit. Thank you for the like one time I knew about this. But there is also the idea that technically you're not resisting arrest or fleeing unless it is known that they are pursuing you.
I'm pretty sure he knew because when they asked him, he says he was scared.
Well, I mean, I will put myself out with this. First time I ever got like any sort of issue with police related stuff. I remembered like what I learned in driving school is you see the sirens, you move to the side if you're on the highway because you can't just pull over, that kind of thing, right? So I moved to the side thinking they were gonna keep going. They followed right behind me into that same lane, so I was just like, oh well, I'm just gonna get off because I'm not trying to be in your way.
Right.
But once it came down to like, oh no, it was me. Like,
I was the
reason.
Exactly.
And it was on that day I learned I have a lead foot. Look, I mean, I didn't realize I was speeding. Because it was one of those things like I was following the flow of traffic.
That's how it gets a lot of people on the highway, to be honest. Because like the flow of traffic be moving pretty quick. And it's easy to get swept up, especially if you're already a speeder. And then you get somebody that's speeding faster than you behind you.
You just move out the way.
Gotta speed up to get out the way, So you get out the way. But then before you know it, you 30 miles over the speed limit and you get a reckless traffic charge.
Yeah.
But in this case, this homie legit should have pulled over, and he led police on the chase for a little bit. And he says he was scared. He didn't, he says he was scared, so that's why he didn't stop. So Yeah, he's wrong for not stopping initially. Granted, dude is young too. I think he said he's like 23. But there was no need to have the damn thing bite his ass after he already essentially surrendered. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they got rid of that cop, and I'm pretty sure that we don't even need to go further into that one. I'm pretty sure that cop is gonna get sued uh by the family, or they might sue the police department. I'm not quite sure how that breaks out since he's no longer. I think you would sue the police department even though the officer's no longer a part of it because he's acting in capacity of the department. So they might end up getting sued and then coming to a settlement or something like that. Hey, payday, I guess, right?
One way
But
or
at the
another.
same time, he should have just pulled over. Like he was definitely wrong for that. Okay. But moving on to the actual reason for this live stream, the main reason. The Hoover Police Department, the police chief, he came out. So this just happened today. They did a press conference on Carlee Russell about what's actually going down with her. Now, you already know, right? She's the gentleman who's in Alabama. She called in a 911 call. This was like on the 13th of July, something like that. It's like 3 weeks ago now, saying she saw a baby, a little white baby, walking on the side of the highway with no shirt. Well, actually, with just a shirt, no pants, a diaper, no shoes, just walking on the side of a highway. And in the video footage of them looking at her car on the highway, she claims the baby walked for a couple minutes, but you see her driving 600 yards. She drove essentially 6 football fields, talking about she's following that baby. Then, at some point, she says after she got out to try to get the baby, some random white dude with orange hair and a balding spot, a young Donald Trump, just comes off the side of the highway and says he's checking on the baby. Says he kidnaps her, forces her over a fence, puts her in the back of an 18-wheeler, makes her eat Cheez-Its. She says she broke out the back of the 18-wheeler. Like this is some type of movie. Got caught again, forced into a car, taken to a house, was fed Cheez-Its in the granola bar again, forced to strip naked, had pictures taken, and then escaped again and walked home. That was the story that she gave. Now, Jude, me and you are both of a certain persuasion.
Yeah.
Now, when we heard, I'm pretty sure when you heard that story, you were probably like, probably made that face like, bitch is probably lying.
I don't know, man. It was pretty sus. Pretty sus.
Very sus, right? I didn't report on it right away because when I first heard it, I was like, this sounds really, really weird. Come to find out, after the police did their investigation and they just got the facts, they looked in her phone. She's looking up how much a what is that thing called? An Amber Alert. She's looking up how much an Amber Alert costs, how old you have to be for it to happen. She looked up the movie Taken with Liam Neeson. She had took some stuff from her job, and she left the only 2 items that could track her inside the car. She left her cell phone, her Apple Watch, and her wig.
Wait. Run that statement back again.
She literally left her cell phone.
No, the one before that.
Oh, what? The search is on her phone? Yes.
The fact that she left all the things that could track her
in the car.
And you listed 3 items.
Oh. Well, now you can't track nobody with a wig, but personally, I thought the wig just garnished it a little bit. She tried to really sell the kidnapping part. But she had stole some stuff from her job prior to making that call, like a robe and some stuff. Stopped and bought some Cheez-Its and a granola bar from Target. And ironically, the Cheez-Its and granola bar were missing. So that's when she went kidnapping. When she went and got kidnapped. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense. Come to find out, she through her lawyer, which was smart, I gotta give her credit for that. She didn't make a video on Instagram. She didn't go to TikTok. She did not self-confess in that way. She did it through her lawyer. She issued an official statement saying that there was no baby. She wasn't kidnapped. She said she did it by herself. She didn't have help from anybody. She said the whole thing was a lie, essentially. And now this is the conclusion to that. She's gonna get charged for it. So check this out.
Good afternoon.
That Hooverville police chief is always dapper as fuck.
Earlier today, Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case.
As she should be charged, because all the resources that got tied into looking for her, like listen, they had agencies all over the place. They got the FBI, the goddamn CIA. They said something about some group named Aaliyah. You got the actual state police looking for her. Like all these agencies were called in to try to figure out what happened to her. And it's a lie. Like, you know how much manpower, time, and money could have been used like for actual kidnappings or actual crime that was going on, but she decided she wanted to make up a lie. For what purpose, we still don't know. She should be. Anything less than jail time is bullshit, in my opinion. But let's see what he says.
Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, but locate a kidnapper that we know now never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy into looking for a potential kidnapping victim that we know now was never in any danger.
There was a lady who was like the loudest advocate for Carlee because I think she had like one of her kids kidnapped or something like that. She was personally affected, like for real, by kidnapping. And I think when she found out it was a hoax, I think it's like the sister code thing. She still tried to play nice or say nice words, essentially, right? Instead of just saying, dang, this sucks, right? That she was lying. She just, it's like she kind of rolled it off and said she's happy she's back home, which is a good thing. Like, it is a good thing she's home and there wasn't a kidnapper. But the thing is, she lied about it. And this is, it's a big deal. I don't know. You got anything before I let it play some more, Jude?
I mean, I will say there's those moments of copium, but that is big if you had like this one person who actually went through it, who's clearly out here supporting you, and it's
that's who.
How do I put this?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where kind of like how do you put it? So obviously you are a parent now, and I'm sure with both of our experience, like, boy howdy, if I get in trouble and I know I'm getting it, like, man, I can at least prepare for that.
Facts.
But then when instead of it's coming and instead you just get that look like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Right. Exactly.
That hurts so much more.
It does.
Like, no, like, at least, please, I know I messed up. Please. No, I ain't even mad.
Yep. Just disappointed. I thought she was gonna go down with the lie. For real. I thought she was gonna run it to its conclusion. I'm surprised she came out with that statement. But she did it in a smart way, but I'm actually surprised because most people, they'll just take that lie to the fucking grave.
Mm-hmm.
But all the evidence totally contradicted what she was saying. So let's see what she'll actually be charged with and how much jail time she's facing.
This story opened wounds for families whose loved ones really were victims of kidnappings, some of which even helped organize searches in hopes they could find Carlee's alive so her family would not experience the pain and suffering that they felt when their loved ones never returned home. As we know, actions can have consequences, and that's why we're here today. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for the following charges: false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond; falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond. Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail and potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. We initially presented this case to District Attorney Lanice Washington, who agreed to handle prosecution through district court. After consulting with the Circuit Court of Jefferson County, Bessemer Division, the case was referred back to municipal court for charging because the only applicable charges were misdemeanors.
In other words, what he's saying is they wanted to charge her to the full fucking extent. That's what he's saying. Alabama was not fucking playing. They wanted to charge her with the full maximum extent, but the only thing they can hit her with are those 2 misdemeanors. So I think with those charges, she probably will at least get 1 year. Well, she already pled guilty, essentially. She gave a confession. So, I mean, I think she'll get the full 2 years if that's how they want to do it. But I don't know. You feel like that's kind of light? 2 years?
Yeah.
Shit, man. She need to get like 15. Because I might be kind of savage, man. I don't know. Let me know if I'm being too facetious or a bit much, but I think if there was a consequence, like a real hard consequence with this type of stuff of like 10 to 15 years, and you make it more than just a misdemeanor, people would think twice about trying to pull this shit.
So you got to also take into consideration, like, what was it? I feel like the last time I really heard about it was, what happened to Johnny, like those false allegations, and like realistically, nobody does anything about them. It just, oh, well, you said, well, it was wrong. Oh, well,
yeah,
we're wrong.
He won. That was a civil lawsuit, is what it was. It wasn't even a criminal lawsuit, so that's why he won all that money.
But to my point with that, and obviously I'm not a lawmaker, but at the same time, is a level of false allegation. Like, you are, in the end, destroying someone's credibility. Like, for him, even in a civil case, the amount of the work he's lost out on, the sheer amount of damages,
years of work. It wasn't just like a one-time thing.
And then this turned into a waste of resources. Like, you're hitting the government's pockets.
Right. This is taxpayer money. You know who paid for the people of Alabama paid for this fucking shit.
Exactly.
That's like, I would be pissed if my tax dollars were wasted on a false alarm. I'd be like, lock her ass up. I mean, I'm actually saying lock, but if I were in Alabama and I was a taxpayer, send her ass to the bottom of the jail for a while. Let her think about what she did. That's just again, the resources part. And then the credibility that she affected with this is that of women, in my opinion, right? Because like my take on my other 2 videos that I did covering this was that, look, you can't just believe all women now. There's a lot of instances now where women are, trying to take advantage of the situation, and they're just making up these blatant lies about different stuff, and they're hurting men's careers and credibility. I mean, she tried to put this joint tried to put it on a young Donald Trump, like some random white guy with orange hair. Like, what? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. So now it's not okay. I'm not just gonna believe you. I need to see some facts about the situation first. Because blind believing, like if you just blindly believe people in this day and age, it's gonna get you in jail, man. It's gonna get you killed. It's gonna get you wasting resources. Although the police have a job to do, they have to investigate, but it's just not a good look, man. It's crazy. Damn. But it sounded like from what the chief of police was saying here, I think they really wanted to prosecute her to the maximum extent. All they could really do is the misdemeanors. That's fucking crazy. Let's see.
Judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we've received from people all over the country, I know many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors, despite all the
You goddamn right, Chief. Didn't I just say? You goddamn right we're appalled. 2 misdemeanors.
Panic and disruption her actions caused. Let me assure you, I too share the same frustration, but existing laws only allow the charges that were filed to be filed. I can tell you.
And you know the fucked up part about this, Jude, is that she's not even like she's from an actual like full family. Like her mom and dad are in the picture. Like she was trying to be a nursing student. I don't know if she dropped out of her program or whatever, but like there's literally like I can't think of a good reason why she would do this other than trying to get the attention of somebody or a group. Like I don't know if it's clout. You know, I know we've talked about clout a lot on the channel. You know, it's a hell of a drug. You know, pushes people to do a lot of dumb shit. But I can't think of an actual logical reason as to why. I mean, can you? I mean, what do you think would make it like it doesn't
Like there's a level of stupid coming from, you know, gotta once again admit being a nerd and some of the things I do. But between D&D, you know, that's clearly a fantasy thing. So when someone makes a stupid choice, there's consequences.
Yeah, I mean, there's good.
Real life, you make a stupid choice, there's consequences.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I met the supreme dream and I posted that up in the squad, like, yo, like, look what I did.
Bruh.
Like, that's one thing. But to turn around and be like, yo, look what I just did, one of the most illegal things possible.
In real life.
Why? Why did you do? Why are you even telling? I'm not cooperating with any of this.
Well, you know what's sad, man, is her so her parents. Okay, so if you were the parent in this situation, would you, and you know for a fact, like you know your daughter or son, insert whatever child you want to have, and you know for a fact they on some bullshit because you know your kid, are you gonna corroborate the lie? Or are you gonna like make them do the right thing?
Hey, I'm going to say it like this. For this level, I ain't mad. I'm disappointed. Don't come to me. Don't come to my house.
Mm-hmm.
You come here. I'm calling the police.
Okay, so you wouldn't be like the parents, like what they did here, because here was the issue too with what they did. I'm backtracking a little bit in time.
Yeah.
But the parents substantiated the lie. I want to show you what the mom and dad, they went on TV. They went on, what's this, NBC Today. That's her mom on the left. That's Carlee Russell's mom, and that's her dad. Look at the dad. Yeah, I haven't even played. Look at his face. Look at his face. He looks like a man who knows his daughter fucked up. He's a man who knows that, okay, we are on some bullshit. I don't think he actually talked during this interview. He just had that face the whole time. I would not have agreed to do no goddamn interview, and you know your daughter is lying.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, she doubled down on the lie, talking about we know there's a kidnapper. She doubled down. Hold on, I'm gonna play it so you can see it.
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her. But it's okay.
I don't see a tear at all. Do you?
Nope.
Get this woman a Grammy. Actually, not a Grammy. What's the bad one? Not an Emmy.
The raspberry.
Give her a raspberry. She tried. Look at her.
Last Thursday, police say Carlee called 911 to report a night.
There were actually just so many calls and texts from people who maliciously lied to us. I just didn't know people could be so evil.
Authorities have.
And the dad up there looking like, okay. Okay. He's like, all right. Don't try to sell it too much.
Itself, we can't discuss that.
But they say
Oh, yeah, and then at the time they said they couldn't discuss anything.
Thing leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
but they
Now, why? Because they knew it was a lie at the time too. So that's why I asked the question, Jude, like as a parent, like would you hold it down?
No, absolutely not.
Hey,
Like,
I think that's I'm right along with you. I'm turning them in. I'm
Like-
like, look, you gotta go tell the truth on this shit. I'm not gonna corroborate the lie. I can't.
like,
I'm not fixing
so
to
it's
sit
not.
up
It's not
here.
even that I can't. It's even where I have messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Even where I have messed up. Like,
Be like, I taught you better than this.
exactly. Like, I'm
raised
gonna
you.
let you learn, but if you gonna cross that line, actually, I'll take this a step further.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I actually heard today, someone in my office
Mm-hmm.
said that they wanted to improve themselves. They don't know how. So I asked him, like, what is it that you value? He told me he doesn't know. All right, cool. What have you grown up that you will always hold on to? Well, my family taught me this. All right, cool. You hold on to that. And here's what the Air Force is going to teach you.
Right.
And that's what's going to build your character.
That's
That
right.
is going to be your defining line in the sand.
Right. Those morals, those core values, what makes your because honestly, that's the most important thing is your character. Right. But man, as the parent in this situation, right, I guess you confront your kid with it. Like,
Mhm.
hey, I taught you to have a little bit more character than that, right?
Yep. And I'm even gonna double down like this. Sorry to sound like I'm turning away from this, but hear me out, right?
Go for it. What you got?
If you knew someone was having a hard time, like they're having a hard time.
Oh, they're trying to say she had mental health issues, by the way. Please continue.
You know someone's having a hard time and then they steal from you.
I'm still gonna hold them accountable.
You're gonna hold them accountable. But what if, just hypothetically, what if when they stole for you, they did it to buy food?
That don't make it right though. The ends can't
I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't. But if someone was genuinely struggling, you're working to help them. I'll keep it simple. They took $20, used it on food. I know it's not right, but could you turn a blind eye on $20 so they could eat? Sure, they could have just asked and you probably would have done it.
Right.
But if it was for food, would you, minor degree, would you let it slide?
Something minor, I probably would. I'm not even gonna lie. I wouldn't make a fuss about it.
Now, what if they took that same $20, bought shoes?
Like just to look nice or shoes that were needed? Because the context doesn't matter.
I will say like this.
Just the flaws.
In a positive swing, they bought food because they need that to survive. On the opposite end, they bought shoes.
That's some cheap ass shoes too, by the way.
I know. Look, I'm trying to keep it simple with $20. I'm trying to keep it simple with $20. Come on now.
I get it. No, I mean, but if it was used for something egregious, right, or for the wrong reason, absolutely, my reaction is going to be different.
Now with this, hey, if you actually saw something and you managed to got out of the situation, and you reported it, you did the right thing. I'm gonna be upset because you got yourself in trouble. But you did it for the right thing. Now you got this whole story going on. You want me to cooperate? Nah.
So you're going the opposite way with it, though. I get
No,
what
listen,
you're saying for the right thing.
Now listen, because remember how her story went. She followed this alleged baby.
She followed the Donald Trump baby.
Now don't start yet. Don't start yet. But hear me out.
All right, all right. I wanna see where this goes.
There are moments where driving around, you might see something that's sketchy.
Mm-hmm. On the side of a major highway, though.
Bro, they
And
were
for-
setting off fireworks on the 2nd of July out here. Come on now.
They did that here too.
Someone could be dealing with a fire. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the point is, who will stop on the side of the road when there is a clear problem? I'm sorry. And I'm talking from a normal human
Yeah.
standpoint. I don't care how big your heart is. I'm going to keep going.
Exactly. Well, she's the only one who saw the baby, the alleged baby.
Which is where I'm going to say it like this. That is the first red flag. You saw it. You went into it.
So we're talking about from okay. So you're still going from the parents' perspective. If
Yep.
if your kid's telling you this story, okay.
So, strike one. You went after that baby. You didn't have to. Because from there, you could have called the police and said, I'm on this highway going this way, and I saw a baby.
Right.
Mind your business.
Just keep it going. Anonymous caller.
You allowed for someone to approach you afterward. I wouldn't even got out the car. I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'd hit it with the Dave Chappelle. Baby, what you doing?
What you doing over there, baby? Walking on the highway. What's going on here? At 9:30 at night. You can't.
Get your button out, baby. And what you doing?
Oh man, from the car though. We're not getting out. Absolutely not.
Because the moment someone tries to approach me, I'm hitting it. I'm out.
Not on my hands.
And now I'm gonna have to skip because that is the last point at which it is believable to me. Because you at least had an escape route, but man, you shouldn't have stopped for that baby.
Facts.
Now you gonna tell me you got all sorts of grabbed, and then you had to escape, and you ain't even bring your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't have your Apple. Why?
Look, I want to show you something. Just to kind of interject here.
Go for it.
This is Miss Russell's mugshot. This bitch is smiling, dog. Why are you smiling? You about to go to jail? That's
I
so
don't even
weird.
smile on my driver's license.
We don't even smile on our government IDs. We just mean mug. Unless you're reservists, they'd be happy as fuck.
Yeah, they're sitting here like, oh yeah, I'm gonna update my ID and just show all my friends over at the place of business.
Yep. But this chick is smiling in her mugshot. To me, that tells me she didn't really learn a lesson. Or I only crazy people smile in their mugshots. I'm just saying.
Fair.
I know that's a general thing, but it doesn't seem like she got the message or she's even taken just based on this, right? I don't actually know. This is just all assumption. But based on this and everything that went down, it doesn't really seem like she's sorry for everything that happened. It doesn't seem like she's really considering the morals her parents instilled in her. Like, it's kind of like, whatever. I did it. Kind of, that's the kind of vibe I get from it. I don't know.
No,
That's what that looks like.
that's
To
the
me.
thing. Like, that is the look of someone who knows they messed up, but it just doesn't click. Like, I don't know how you can't understand you're in the real world.
I mean, we do got
Like, this
NPCs now.
isn't a photo op.
No,
This is not a time to celebrate. Like,
this is not.
you're in trouble.
This is not a graduation photo. This isn't a happy photo. Like, you are going to jail. Now, they did arrest her and she bailed out, right? I think they said, but she will, she's got the pending court coming up for that. But it's just, I don't know. That's interesting to me, man.
And that's where, like, to bring this all home and
Yeah.
my level of derailing to, you took $20 which is upsetting because if you just asked, you would have been fine.
Facts. Facts. Exactly.
If you saw an issue and you reported it, that's fine. You at least did more than someone who's going to turn a blind eye,
Facts.
but you did not put yourself in danger.
Mm-mm.
Now, you took some money and got something to style. You got something that was arguably unnecessary. Nah.
But then that again, that leads to the whole reason of why we still don't know why she did it. We still don't know why. That's the whole thing, man.
And I hate to be that guy, but like, while I know there's probably plenty of people that would want to know why, because obviously there's that excitement, the suspense.
Yeah.
Why give her the satisfaction of the attention?
Exactly. Well, personally, I think just on some of the different videos I saw, it could be related to a boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend or something like that. I think he was messing with a stripper or something. There's other videos out there that actually cover it. I'm not going to even try to research it here because I don't care, to be honest, to dig that deep.
Well, I mean, from your perspective, like, at least give some closure. That part is fine, but from her end,
yeah,
why even give her the attention? Why even bring up that there's a stripper, the ex-boyfriend? Why give more to her story than necessary?
fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, that's true. Fair enough. That's when all the, I mean, all the different theories and things. People were just trying to figure out, internet drama. It sells.
It does. But you know who this all goes back to?
Who's that?
The individual smiling because now she knows her name's in your mouth.
That's true. She is getting if it was for clout, she's got it. Well, she also gets the consequences along with that. The same way, the same way these damn TikTok bot people are acting, man. That's a whole different story though about bots, but I mean, yeah, she's got the fame. She's famous, famous, and now going to jail. Was it worth it? That's the whole thing. Was the trade-off absolutely worth it? Maybe in her mind it was. I don't know. But to me, to be real with you, I think that's a reflection of what the fuck is going on as a society. Like what we actually value as a whole. Like we're to the point now to where like just making some type of notoriety for ourselves is more important than anything. Literally, like no matter how we do it, if we commit a crime, if we knock some people off, if we crash out, just as a society, this this internet clout is the most important thing above everything else. It doesn't matter. That's what I think. Fuck morals, fuck values. Fuck, I mean, we could just make up ridiculous stories. Look, I'll share one more thing for you. I know I said it wasn't. Wait, do I have sound on this? Okay. This is what we're doing now. And I covered this on the other live stream. This is what we're doing.
Oh, thank you, Samantha. This is so cool. Take your cat in. Take your meals. Take your I'm ready. Gang, gang. Oh, thank you, baby. This is for you. Take your cash. Take your kilo. Yes, yes, yes. Take your in. Oh, thank you, Samantha. This is so cool. Take your cat in. Take your meals. Take your I'm ready.
She's literally acting like an NPC.
Yeah. I've seen those, but it's just
they make thousands of dollars doing that. That's fucking crazy. So it's all about the clout and it's all about the bag. Like, just fuck everything else, man. I think even what's his name? There's this top Twitch streamer, Kai Sanat. He did it and he made $6,000 in the stream. I'm like, this is wild. I thought being a bot was a bad thing. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just some dude. I'm just a talking head on the internet with an opinion. But this shit's just gotten out of hand. It's nuts. We gotta. I don't know what you do. Do you just go back into your hobbit, your hob, and just focus on your family and just kind of, shield them from this bullshit that's going on out there? I don't know. You just move to Canada? Fuck.
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. Because at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
like genuinely, at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
it's two honks for Clown World, man.
As Kevin would say, welcome to Clown World. I need to actually get that sound effect. It's just backwards. But anyway, I mean, seriously, it is.
Like, I know society works in a strange way, but at this point, I don't try to see things in black and white. But at this point, it really is like
Mm-hmm.
whatever the majority dictates is obviously the way things are going to go. And in a generation where all I got to do is, no offense to you, my guy,
Mm-hmm.
put up a camera and, why, hello there. How may I help you, sir? I'm sorry,
Right.
I'll go this way. It's Taco Tuesday.
Or just have a pair of titties.
Today is Friday in California. Shoot. Today is Friday in California. Shoot.
Zarawato! Oh. Dude, some fucking anime quotes over and over again. Yeah, but that's where we're at. Or like I said, as a female, you just have to have a pair of tits. You just have to show them, or create a OnlyFans, or just do whatever. Like all our morals are just kind of going in the trash can, man. Literally taken out by the curb every Wednesday.
But you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's one thing that is very upsetting.
What's that?
So while we complain about this,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know what our founding fathers once said?
What'd they say?
We're gonna build this on the foundation of life. So as long as
Liberty.
ain't nobody hurting nobody, you free to do what you want.
You can.
Liberty. You got the freedom to do what you want.
In the pursuit of happiness.
And if someone wants to get on camera and flash their bitties and somehow get dollars, that's what they get. But homie, ladies, because I don't know, maybe there's some guy you're staring at. If you are going bankrupt for this person you have this pseudo relationship with,
Facts.
and they can't even say your name, stop.
Yeah. There's no actual relationship there. They're online to make $1. And I'm sure people realize that and they know, but it is what it is.
But they still do it.
They still do it. I'm not knocking their hustle.
But
get your
bucks. That's where I say this. That person's making their money, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the you person behind the screen who's thinking about clicking that video because you want to see XX underscore. I can't even think of some made up name right now because I'm actually getting mad just thinking about it. But you're the one who's going to defend your actions because with just $300 more, she'll say your name. For just $1,000, she'll set up a 10-minute call with you on Discord.
It's not real, people. It's a fake. What they say, that's from that. It's a damn Star Trek clip. It's a fake. It's real. Oh, I'm kind of dating myself now.
I mean, you might be, but shoot. At least back in my day, even if I went out of my way, talked to you on the internet, I still had to go see you. I had to figure out who you were. I'll be damned, I get catfished. Boy, howdy. That sucked. Not that it's happened to me, but I'm certain to put all that expectation, time, especially for someone like me, where I need to know that I have that connection. I'm putting time and effort into knowing you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you aren't who you say you are. Man.
Vreenek discovered that the data
There you
run
go.
was a forgery. If he realized that you were trying to trick defeat, would be it's surreal. It's a fake. It's surreal.
Okay. I had to find it.
It's
a
bad.
fake. It's real.
No, not gonna say Wesker. All right, got it.
Wesker.
No, it's not canon. Put Miguel on the board. It's canon event.
Fucking A, man.
But either way, like,
Oh yeah.
I'm glad we were able to cycle this back because I was actually getting a little heated. But my point is, while we can respect the hustle, obviously, folks are finding ways to be innovative, getting money. Shoot, we had the big bang of 2020 that just shut the world down, and people found ways around it.
Yep.
But in finding those ways, honestly, what did we lose?
We lost our morals, bro. I'm telling you. And it gets worse and worse every single day. Like crime is up. These lies are up. Women are just kind of out of control across the board, man. Across the board. It's not even just one community. It's like everywhere in the States now. You got the sister code. Hell, you got fellas cutting up too. You know what I'm saying? And not doing what they need to do. It's just I don't know. It's like I know the world's tough, but it's just makes me shake my finger at it.
And honestly, cycling back to mad episodes ago, the last episode I led, the recruiting problem.
Yeah.
I hate this mindset of what can you do for me right now?
Yep.
Because sure, I can give you an offer. I can tell you how I can help you. But at the same time, you got to put in work.
You do got to put in the work.
Because while again, as I said, like, there is the life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. And if you turn on a camera and say a few lines and someone's just like, haha, that's funny. Here's $1. That's something.
Man. But when you have you know how many people were in that chick's live stream watching her do that clip I showed you? There were 16,000 people watching her be a bot. 16,000 people were tuning in. When Kai Cenat did it on TikTok, he had 100,000 people tuning in to watch him act like a bot. I mean, the shit is funny. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny. But there's no way I'm gonna sit there and watch that and donate money to it. Like, I don't get the money part. That's there's absolutely no way I'm gonna donate money to watch you say a line or just do something silly. Like, it's literally I lose brain cells with that type of stuff. I don't get it.
I agree with you. Like, shoot, like even stupid videos, the freaking abridged series and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like exactly. I watched the mind-numbing comedy because it was just a funny thing I could digest in that amount of time.
Yep.
Would I fund them? No, because it's it's effectively non-profit. It's a fan catering to a fan.
Exactly.
But in the case of Team 4-Star, someone I grew up, like a group I grew up with. I appreciate them.
Right.
They put out a hat. Obviously, at the time of me thinking about it, I couldn't just order a hat. But would it be nice to rock merch of something I grew up with? Yeah, I'd get the hat.
Absolutely.
But to watch you live and be like, oh yeah, I'm joking. I'm gonna do this. No.
Yeah, it's something I would watch, not something I would pay money for. And then I could only watch it for a little bit. So I don't know, man.
So honestly, the real question is where people got this disposable income.
I don't know, man, because from what I can tell, everything is expensive as fuck. So if they're not spending it on rent or an expensive car note, I don't know where they're getting it from. Because let me tell you what, cars are so expensive right now that the average car note I think is about $900 right now. The last time I checked, and then if you're looking to get any new car, you are going to pay, like if you have like a low term, like if you do 36 months or 48 months, your car note is going to be like $1,200 a month.
Nah.
That's where we're at right now. This is crazy.
You living in that bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Like if rent is up across the board, like foods. I pay $600 a month for groceries. It does not get the same amount of food that it used to get. Like shit's just I don't know where people have the money to just throw away, man, to just trick off on the internet, but they're doing it. Shit's wild. To watch somebody just like pretend like they're licking ice cream or say the same line, like, come on, man. We could do better than that. As Kratos says, we must do better. But that
We
is
got
all.
to, but
Hmm?
we got to, but and I'm leaving it on the butt because I want somebody else out there listening to the live stream right now, or maybe even the podcast later on. You drop an answer in the comments or shoot out to us.
Oh yeah, we did have some viewership today. They kind of tapped out before we hit the hour mark, but yeah, if you're watching this later, let us know what you think about anything that we talked about. In it, do you agree with some of our takes? What do you think about the situation? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and then we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tapping in.
500 likes and G's gonna start his own OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
He's gonna post only